So good. When it comes to homegrown chefs, our next guest is among the best. He has hosted a number of TV shows, he's authored cookbooks, and he runs one of Montreal's most popular restaurants. I had a chance to sit down, have a meal with Chuck Hughes to talk about his career, being the most Googled chef in Canada, and find out why he says Quebec has the best food scene in the country. Oh, and the best part, we talked while we enjoyed this amazing meal at Garde Marché. That's his restaurant, of course, in Old Montreal. I've eaten here before, obviously never with you. Thanks for having us here.
This is my first time eating in my own restaurant.
It is not.
It is.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I mean, I can't sit down in my restaurant and eat. It would just be too weird.
Speaking of eating, what have you brought out for this? This is amazing.
Yeah, so this is our small seafood platter.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, initially my idea was really kind of a restaurant where all walks of life could congregate, have fun, come together, where you could have a businessman next to an unsavory gentleman. I don't know, like just anything,
everybody.
you know, tourists, locals, just the initial idea 18 years ago was kind of a seafood bar, oyster bar, and, you know, we didn't really want more than like 6 or 7 or 8 dishes, and we wanted to party.
Yeah.
and so now, 18 years later, things have changed quite a bit. I mean, the restaurant evolved into more of a restaurant and less of a seafood bar, if you will.
Speaking of, can we eat some of this, please? What
Yes.
are we eating?
So we've got smoked sturgeon mousse, we've got some whelks, marinated whelks, mussels, some salmon, shrimp, oysters.
Where should we start?
The razor clam.
Okay.
So they're a lot of work, but they're delicious. So yeah,
Okay,
please
how do
go
I do
ahead.
that?
Go
You
ahead.
Show me. This is really amazing.
So there's a mayo made with the clam juice and.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we gonna do next? Man, that is good.
Oysters.
How do you like yours?
My grandfather was from New Brunswick, and they used to send cases of oysters every year, and we'd have big oyster parties, and I felt like everything went out the window, like all manners and all types of etiquette was, you know, no longer needed, and we're eating on newspapers, and it's just like
slurping and throwing.
Yeah, and so that was like one of those things that I really loved, and I like them just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that, or
A little bit
with
of sauce?
some Chuck Hughes hot sauce.
Could I have some Chuck Hughes hot sauce?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's good. Chuck, I could keep eating with you
Yes.
all evening long, but I do have some questions for you. Are you ready? Okay.
Go.
Starting with, you may or may not know this, but according to Google data research, you are the most searched and most popular chef in Canada.
Somebody sent me that I was, and you know, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not. I find it more funny than anything else, and I think it's good. But you know, it's like in the restaurant business for so long, you get 100 good reviews, and you get that one bad one, and it ruins your life.
Right.
And so, kind of in that spirit, seeing people enjoy the food, and that's still the best payoff I find for me.
You've done a lot of TV shows, but
Yes.
this latest one you have interests me so much, and it's Chuck and the First People's Kitchen.
Yes.
What a great idea. So you go out with Indigenous peoples, either
Yeah.
provinces or territories,
Yeah.
traditional hunting and preparation. Why was it important for you to do that show?
Yeah, I think at the time, probably like 8 years ago, I was traveling around the world. I would go to other countries and learn about Indigenous culture in other countries and realize like, I have no idea what's going on in my own country. And so really the first time I went to the Arctic, it like, oh my gosh, okay, I understood so many things. But yeah, I love the show. It's changed my life. And
How has
I've
it changed
learned,
your life?
I mean, it's opened my eyes to things I didn't know existed.
Like
and
what? Just techniques or?
No, well,
food?
obviously hunting and fishing and the food and the culture is amazing. It's any modern tool we have here was invented by Indigenous. That's why I say it's really changed my life, and I've made so many great friends.
You have 2 young boys.
Yeah.
What do you cook for them at home?
Anything and everything. I mean, they love food. They're interested.
Do they like seafood like this in all textures?
Oh yeah, they'll eat everything.
That's great.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they'll eat everything. They're like, I'll have the mac and cheese with lobster, Dad.
Yeah.
Like, it's always better with lobster. I'm like, nah, no.
They're not wrong.
No, not at $48.
Can I ask you about the food scene in Quebec? What is it about this province that is the entire province is a foodie province. You can go anywhere and have really fantastic food. What is it about this province that is different than the rest of the country?
We're just better than everybody else. I think probably it comes from the food for sure, but I think it comes from like this attitude towards food even more. That's like, it's a celebration, it's to have fun. You know, the restaurants are open late,
Yes.
small, like we're good with the small independent little places. You know, there's so many great restaurants in the city. Annoyingly, like it's, you know, like every other restaurant that opens is really good because I travel all over Canada and I eat great meals in all cities. So, but nobody's having as much fun as we are. It's really
Montreal is its own unique thing.
I mean, I love it here. I'm born and raised here, and you know, I'm always going to be a big promoter of my province.
Speaking of parties, these oysters aren't going to eat themselves.
No, let's go.
So I'm going to eat them. Thank you so much, Chef. This was great.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
He was interesting and intelligent, and not to mention how great to eat dinner with Chuck Hughes in his own restaurant. It was a really fun conversation.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.